So we're working down the power line here, kind of an opening. It's an area that Sarah and Zane have scouted in the past and seen quite a bit of sign, so we're going to work down this today and see what we can come up with.
He knocked the stick down when he slipped.
Yep.
Wow. What do you think? Where do you think they are now?
They're above us.
Because it's the daytime?
But I think that might be from this year.
You don't think it's old? That is flush. What do you think got it?
It could have been injured from a hunt and died here.
There's no rips, so it's like, did something grab it away?
There's no reason it's gone.
Oh, I don't know if that is a dog. It could be a bird. Raven. He can tell us what's not good.
Might not.
Just walk in.
Might just move. I mean, slowly.
Man, that could work in this. so much noise, it could have had a wreck.
Yeah.
Also, we checked the wind. Our wind was blowing straight towards it. So he may have smelled us.
Yeah. Alright. Well, we didn't see him, but that's the closest we've been to one.
We still have about another hour left.
Yes, we do. Let's keep going. So we're another 40 yards down the trail. We're down the hill here. See this road here? We found a couple beds in here. They're definitely in here. Again, it might be a bull since we think we only heard one, but who knows? It'd be cool to see it no matter what. Alright, wrap up from day 2. We went to that power line cut that Sarah and Zane had scouted. To be clear, when they scouted it, I think they said it was July-ish time frame. So it was a lot greener at that point in time than it was now. There was some sign down there, but it wasn't fresh by any stretch of the imagination, and definitely wasn't as much sign as they had seen when they came there in July. So seeing that, we decided to work up that ridge line that was right next to it. We looked on Onyx, and there was a very clear kind of ridge top clearing at the top of that, so we wanted to get to that and see what we could see. And there were a couple pretty well defined trails that came off that ridge. There was a river that was past the electrical line cut across the road, right down there. So there was some trails that cut through there from them going down to get water. So we started still hunting our way up the ridge. Our aim was to get to the northern edge of the ridge. That way our wind would have been kept away from the ridge, and then we could still hunt down the ridge. Yep, climbed about 1,000 feet up to the ridge top clearing, then started going from one end to the other very quietly and slowly. And yeah, there was a lot of sign up there. I mean, there was very fresh droppings. There was some fresh rubs from this year. There were some very, very defined beds on the very top of the ridge under a couple pine trees that were up there. But yeah, we didn't see anything on the top. Then we started working off the side of the clearing down the ridge again back towards the truck. And again, we were getting into some very, very well-defined beds, fresh droppings and rubs. Zane was a little bit ahead of us, and as you saw there, we had one bust out of the really thick bedding stuff and just go tearing down the hill. That's definitely the biggest thing I've ever heard in the woods. So again, solitary animal. I'm guessing probably a bull since it was solitary. But yeah, we were within 30 yards of it, so that was pretty encouraging that we were moving quietly and being cautious enough As you saw, our wind was drawing right down towards it, so I think it smelled us more than anything else. But worked our way down through there. Takeaways, I think we learned there, you got to go up, you got to get above them or on their level, and we finally did that. So I was very pleased with that. If you look, I mean, I didn't show you a map here, but there's probably one more ridge behind that, and then a 4-lane interstate. So it was kind of a smaller patch, and I was guessing that there probably wasn't a large quantity of cows in that area at this period of time, at least. So learned a lot, definitely. It's funny, I watch the Hunting Public guys a lot, and they always talk about bucks bedding on the leeward side of a ridge with the wind blowing over their back, facing downhill, and it appears that's what this elk was doing as well. So curious to make that correlation too. But that's the wrap up from day 2. We finally got above one. Yeah, stay tuned for day 3 and the rest of it.